Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Happy birthday to those of you who are having a birthday over the course of the next 2 weeks. So we're going to cover what the moon is doing and how it will affect you for July 6th through the 12th, and then I will timestamp and we will cover July 13th through the 19th. And I would like to encourage you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, because it tells me that you appreciate my time and energy, so I appreciate that. And also, I really want to encourage you to leave me a comment. At the end of the mid-season of Leo, I will pull a card for each sign of the zodiac, just like I did in the mid-Cancer video. If you have not seen that yet, be sure to check out the link below on that so that you can figure out what's going on. Okay, so it wasn't just me that really enjoyed this eclipse season, huh? It was a rough one, right? I mean, seriously, the build up till we got to this eclipse that happened on 4th or the 5th, depending on where you are, had me literally in a puddle at one point, just sobbing because I had to release the energy. It was so intense. And I can see that for you guys, it is a lot of that too. And so I cannot encourage you enough. What I ended up doing yesterday was I took the day to reconnect with spirit. I took a saltwater bath. I relaxed. I just got into communication with spirit, and I said, okay, so now what? And so that's part of why I'm doing that video series for next week, because I feel like I'm not the only person that went through it. It was some tough stuff, and you guys have some really tough energy happening here for this next 2 weeks. And so a lot of that has to do, I believe, with we've got Mars in Aries, and it is squaring off with everything that is going on in Cancer and everything that's going on in Capricorn, which is opposing the Sun in Cancer. So the Sun in Cancer is now moving through the last degrees of Cancer, and so we've got Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn all in the last degrees of Capricorn, so it's opposing all week. And meanwhile, we've got Mars working its way through squaring off. Squares like that hard right turn. It's like a lot of tension, and so you're going to need a release and a focal point. And so I really want to encourage you to connect with spirit, to allow yourself to do that, because what you had come out for your overall energy is you have the 8 of Swords, which means you feel stuck in a situation, but you're not really stuck, you just feel stuck. And we have the Devil, which is, again, someone's pulling the strings, but again, you can cut those cords. And so I'm going to encourage you to connect with Metatron, or to connect with Michael, and ask them to cut the cords of energy that are tying you to a situation, because this was an opportunity. It still exists. It's over the next 6 months, so lots of time to work through this energy of really releasing. That was all I kept hearing yesterday from spirit, was release. You got to let go of your fears. You've got to let go of your anxieties. You've got to let go of the things that are not real, because you manifest your own reality. And so if you're focusing on that, you're manifesting that. And so really focusing on what you want. Because as that energy exits, as that energy clears out, as that energy of release happens, then you create space to start creating something new. And you have another new moon opportunity coming up in Cancer on the 20th, which is, in 2 weeks. And so this week and the next 2 weeks, really work through that energy of what did that stir up? We have Chiron going retrograde also in Aries, so that's going to cause some tension too. So what's been being triggered, you're going to have a chance to go over. Chiron's the deep wounded healer, the things that need to come up to the surface to be healed and to release. And so Archangel Raphael to help you have with that healing energy. And so this is a busy 2 weeks on a very emotional level as you're clearing this stuff out. Mercury's finally going to go direct on the 12th. That's going to help. Venus is direct. That's helping. When we get out of Cancer season is going to help a lot, because these hard angles with the Sun now in a fire sign, it's going to work better with Mars, and it's going to be in a weird angle with what's going on up there in Capricorn. But honest to God, I don't think there's like what's going up in Capricorn is just all year. So seek your higher self. connect with spirit is the remedy for this situation of this negative energy. So this is the cutting of cords. When I see this puppet master here, it is about cutting the cords. It is about releasing. It is about allowing yourself to be unbound and to set yourself free. And the way to do this is by connecting with spirit and joy and happiness and bringing and allowing the happiness. And I know, it's been tough, right? It's our birthday season, and we're like, we should be having fun. And it hasn't really felt that way at all. So when we start out this week, the moon is in Aquarius. And Aquarius invites us to pull our head out of the emotional waters and to do a little self-reflection about what have we learned? What was brought up? What was triggered? And how can we let that go and release the fears? Yes, release the fears. Release the fears. That's all I kept hearing yesterday, was release the fears. And so also what brings in the joy and the pleasure into your life? What really works for you? You know, so I can see the videos jacking up, but I can't do anything about that. So we're just going to work our way through it here. So, nice. You have manifesting miracles and move your body. Okay, so this energy, and it feels, oh gosh, so intense. This morning before one of the reasons I'm running late on my videos is I had to work out the energy. I actually cleaned the house this morning, big time deep clean. I had to release some energy so I could settle in to do this. And we also have Archangel Orion manifesting miracles. So thank you for motivating me to move my body and my energy and to allow me to manifest miracles. And so what brings the joy? What brings the pleasure? What can you do to connect with spirit to help bring in the joy and the happiness? Playing with our inner child has been a big theme for everybody. Really getting into our solar plexus area of where is the joy and the happiness. Sacral chakra work too. Joy and happiness, self-confidence to get out there and create. Okay, so we're supposed to be creating. You got so many cards. This is some tough energy that they're giving us so many cards. Okay, here we go. You have recognition. Something that you have been working very, very hard on toward is you are going to be recognized for it. You're going to be allowed to, when this moon moves into Pisces, you're going to feel the balance starting to come in. You'll be able to start recognizing the beauty around you, recognizing your own resilience, recognizing that what you cut back and you release, you create a lighter burden to carry, and also the opportunities for new growth. You have some decisions to make about how to move forward. You have decisions in moving forward coming up. And so what can you cut out? What can you let go of? What is important? And what can you just cut the cords on to release and let go of so you can move forward? There is a need to accept the situation for what it is, but this also feels like the acceptance of help. And we have gratitude. So asking for the help that you need. They can't help unless you ask. Knowing what you want, ask for what you want, dream big. This is new energies that we're in, and so new opportunities, new things that we can grow. And so ask for what you want, accept the help. The mantra of yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. Yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. The acceptance and the gratitude of the situation coming in, and this communication. Asking for what you want. And also a bit of a warning, Mars squaring Mercury is some really road ragey kind of people emotionally vomiting. Word vomiting all over the place coming up here for the next couple of weeks. It's tough energy. So, we can get through this with awareness, right? This is about learning what we needed to know and distilling that down into the wisdom and the knowledge, reaching deep inside of ourselves. See how she's reaching for the light, and here the light is bringing you the information and the guidance that you need. One of the things you can do when you're sitting in meditation is you can ask Archangel Uriel to help you and to light the stairway of light as you access your higher wisdom and your higher self, and just one step at a time. Ask for the help to get one step at a time. You don't need to race to the top, right? But moving forward, right? Making the decision to lift yourself up by counting your blessings, by releasing what doesn't work. So that lowers, so imagine yourself all bent over carrying a heavy burden, and you take the burden off. Now you can stand up straight right there. That lifts you up. That pulls your heart space up. You have longevity coming. What? Healing and revival. The worst is over now. I just want to cheer. The worst is over now, and the immediate future is promising. Pursue a healthy lifestyle. This is that move your body. Pursue a healthy lifestyle to change the way you view yourself and the world. Be happy with the outcome. Yes. Okay, so that the worst is over, and I really believe that. Those 12 hours, well, maybe 24 hours right before that eclipse happened, I was just ready to come out of my own personal skin. So, I'm sure I was not alone in that. All right, so let's move into the second week. Let's move into the second week, which is July 3rd through the 19th. Oh, I don't know why I just did that. So that was Orion and Manifesting Miracles and some other card. Some other card. All right, so let's see what we have going on. So let's go back to the gratitude and the counting your blessings, because that's how we start out the week. With the moon in the position that it is on the 13th when the moon moves into Taurus, it is about knowing that you are safe and you are protected through this process. This is about releasing, surrendering the control. Not the desire, not the dream, not the goal, but surrendering the need to control how it happens. Trusting that the universe is bringing to you what you ask for. Surrendering to the timing. So this week, after coming off of this eclipse season, it is really a lot about releasing and letting go of stuff. And there's still a lot of tension with those planets doing what they're doing, right? So it is releasing, a lot of the timing. I went apartment hunting the last few weeks, and I have been struggling with it, and it has not been going well. Like, the communication's really bad, and all of a sudden I was like, what was I doing apartment hunting when Mercury's in retrograde? No wonder it wasn't working for me. Okay, so you have act with fortitude and cooperation. Your inner strength, fortitude. Your inner strength, cooperation with spirit, co-creating what you want, cooperation with others, allowing that they may not be watching YouTube videos, and they might not know what you know about what the planets are doing and all this energy, but they're feeling it. And so they're frustrated, and like everybody's been feeling this tension. So, where can you work cooperatively with others? How can you push through the resistance within yourself to move yourself forward, to get up off the couch and go for a walk? Get your body moving, dance to some music, like pushing through the resistance of the energy. The energy's been kind of stuck, but now with this eclipse, it's like it's released, and so now there might be too much energy, and so getting out there and releasing it. And again, it's about surrendering to the divine, surrendering the how, not the what you want, but the how and the when. The how and the when. And look around for opportunities to work with others to start moving you in the direction you want to go. So you have the nuthatch, which I just smile because I love nuthatches so much. But the nuthatch says, stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Also, when I see a nuthatch, they walk upside down, right? So they see things from a different perspective. They literally hide seeds in the pockets of the bark on the trees. Although the squirrels seem to have figured that out. Because most other animals will not spot that. So they see things that others don't see. They have a different perspective. But at the same time, their ability to walk straight down or walk up, whatever, is very grounded energy. Very connected to the divine. And so with all this energy going on, being grounded as a, okay, so what I just saw was like uh, a pond that is overflowing the banks because there's too much emotional energy, right? It's like a big rainstorm came, but there is a hole that goes down into the earth where it can release down in. And so it's allowing yourself to be grounded, to allow some of the energy to flow out and flow through, to help you to find the peace that you need. The moon is going to move into Cancer at 10:24 on Saturday. So this is Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. So that was Thursday and Friday where you really want to push through and have a different perspective. And then Saturday, Sunday is about finding the peace and preparing for that new beginning that you're getting when the moon moves in to that new full moon. Sorry, the new moon in Cancer at 29 degrees. 29 degrees is pretty significant. So you're being asked to push to the surface. Don't allow yourself to feel so swamped by all this emotional energy, but instead push yourself to the surface. It says you may have become complacent, you may be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. So you were asked to get moving, move your body. That was the other card, right? It was move your body. So move your body and push to the surface, get things going. It is going to be very helpful this is leading out of the week into that new moon, and then the sun moves into Leo, your second house of what you value, self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, financial matters. And so if you've been sitting on a project, now is the time to start taking and planning some steps to get yourself there and be ready to go with the energy of that new moon, followed by the sun getting into Leo, which is going to be very helpful with the energy of Mars in action and really getting things going. So this is a big opportunity. So if you've been sitting on something, an idea, whether it's a new diet program, exercise program, a business program, maybe making a move, whatever it is, if you've been sitting on something, the time to start taking the preparatory steps and get ready to push through. There is this pushing through energy that is coming up this week where you're going to have the fortitude. You're going to have the strength to start moving. It's kind of like if you start pushing that rock up the hill, when you get to the top, it will move on its own, right? So you're going to have the strength to get it to the top, to get it going. It's priming the pump. I just heard priming the pump. When I was growing up, we had to pour water into the pump, and then we had to allow it to create the momentum for the pump to work. And so that's kind of what you're doing. You're putting in the energy now. You may not notice it paying dividends, but just keep pushing through. Have the fortitude, have the strength. Stay connected to spirit. Stay grounded. A little walk in the morning will do both for you. Okay? And that doesn't take a lot of time, but it's really helpful. All right, you guys take care. I will see you back here next week. We talk a little bit more about this eclipse energy and where does that leave us moving forward. But for right now, it is about going after those things that you put on hold. Start moving. Start getting things going forward. All right, you take care. We'll talk soon.